All right. What is up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to a Thursday edition of Morning Scone presented by Brock, the Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic, Hudco Roofing, HudcoRoofing.com, Restored Motions, RestoredMotions.com, and ProCharge EV, ProChargeEV.com. All right, y'all. Fired up for today. The LSU Tennessee series, game one, Thursday night, SEC baseball, prime time. We are ready to go. The game that we have all been waiting for, the pitching matchup we have all been waiting for. Paul Skeens, Chase Dolander. Uh, Quite likely the first two pitchers taken in this summer's draft, going head to head against each other. The two most dominant pitchers in college baseball this year, going head to head against each other at the box. Going to be a regional like atmosphere. 6:30 first pitch. Could not possibly be more fired up for this one. And oh, by the way, it's also Major League Baseball opening day. So Yankees hosting the Giants at excuse me, Yankees at the Giants. Yankees hosting the Giants. My bad. Fired up for it. 12:05 p.m. Central Time. So be locked into the Yankees as they begin their march toward number 28. And of course, then we'll do some AFR. And tonight we'll have LSU Tennessee. So let's talk about it. Let me know what y'all got. Dolander on the season, 4-2. Tennessee hasn't been quite as dominant as a year ago. They certainly lost quite a bit of firepower in that lineup, but their entire rotation's back. Dolander, Burns, and Beam are all back. So Dolander tonight in 34 innings pitched, he's got 53 strikeouts, just 8 walks. By comparison, Paul Skeens, 37 innings pitched, 71 strikeouts. How you doing? To just 7 walks. He has been absolutely incredible. Tennessee, though, leading the league in staff ERA. LSU second in staff ERA. Second. But is LSU second or third in staff ERA? I can't. I don't have it right in front of me. Anyway, but leading the SEC in in team batting average. LSU's 2 in the nation in batting average. Leading the nation in fielding percentage, on base percentage, runs scored, shutouts pitched. I'm ready. This is ready. You got 2 heavyweights. This is what you live for. It's what you love if you're a college baseball fan. Matchups like this. Let's get it. All right. We'll say some good mornings here. Let me know what y'all got. Kelly Gross, good morning. Brian Penton, good morning from Albuquerque. Okay. Home of Alex Bregman. Gordy Rush. Can you sing a selection from the Christian rock band Creed this morning? Gordy, thank you for watching. Gordy, I would like for you to know that over here on the YouTube stream, I hope you're still locked in there, G Rush. Over here on the YouTube stream, the first question out the chute comes from Brad David, who says, "What is Gordy Rush like in person? Whenever I hear him on air, he sounds so dry and serious all the time." Well, Brad, you nailed it. Gordy Rush is dry and serious all the time. Wish the guy every now and again would just loosen the collar, have a Bloody Mary, and just have a little fun. But really, he's just a stick in the mud. That's all I can say. So that's that. No, Brad, in all seriousness, Gordy's great. He's a great friend. He is a master troll. Definitely knows how to have fun and tell jokes and let loose and cut up. So Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Um, Tim Gotra said, "What happened today? What I've learned today is Salvaggio is not an Eastern European name." Yeah, so I was a few minutes late today because I was on Crane and Company, and Jake was asking me the origins of the name Moscona, and he was like, "Are you Yugoslavian or Ukrainian?" I'm like, "Are you kidding me? Moscona? No one has ever confused Moscona for anything other than an Italian name with all the vowels. If it ends in a vowel, unless if it's like a ski, S-K-I, and you're like Polish, it's generally speaking going to be an Italian name. Anyway, um, Wendell Norman, Dalton Barnett, Justin Clary, good morning. Cliff Nelson, good morning. Great to see Cliff last night, as always, over at Oliver Twist for a little scone and tea. Y'all should come join us if you ever get a chance to. Larry Gardner, Jason H., good morning. It's opening day for the MLB, hashtag shoe gang. Randall Alfrecht, how bad does Jay Johnson want this series? Um, Listen, I don't know that the look, the LSU Tennessee thing really heated up in 21, Paul's last year when Tennessee beat LSU in the Super Regional. I'm sure, candidly, in a private moment, Jay would tell you that, of course, he wants to win this one really badly, but he's super competitive, wants to win them all really badly. The thing you can't lose sight of is that it's 3 out of 30. So, I mean, LSU's not going to get swept, but even if you got swept this weekend, it's not devastating because you're a good enough team to overcome it. So, go out there, play through really good games, and let's see how it shakes out. Hopefully, the Tigers take 2 out of 3. Um, Cliff said Dolander Skeens, alphabetical order, Matt. We discussed this yesterday. That is a reference to Musso yesterday on AFR, leading with Dolander instead of Skeens. And I called him on it, and he hemmed and hawed and said, "Oh, alphabetical." I was like, okay, well, I'm going to be super petty from now on. And anytime that you mention anything not in alphabetical order, I'm going to call you on it. Let's see. Um, boo, 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 boo. Let's see if Gordy dropped back in here, if he just dropped his little Creed nugget and ran. No, that was it. Just his little Creed nugget, then he ran. Where are we? Matthew Garner, what happened to Scone and Tea YouTube stream? Yeah, so we were doing Scone and Tea yesterday, and about 30 minutes in, the stream crashed, unbeknownst to T-Bob and me as we were doing the show, and Musso was drinking beers, talking to Cliff Nelson, and didn't realize. So the stream cut out about 50 minutes. T-Bob talking to me basically for 50 minutes, and realized got back up and did more. Hey, Dad. Hey, see Chris. Hey, Dad. I did for would have said, but I was supposed to, but not drop Drew school goes to see Chris, but we're Brutus, Dr. Brad, a lot of Crystal this morning, but hopefully I can get there tomorrow or Saturday. I am in need of restored motions. Okay. Hang on. YouTube, hang on one second. I had my Beats in, so if you were on YouTube, you had me on Bluetooth. And because these fail 100% of the time I use them, that's whatever just happened is because of those. So my audio on YouTube should be good now. I'm bummed, man. Like, I love the concept of wireless earphones. I had AirPods. Anytime I made a phone call, after a few minutes, it would get really distorted. They would just disconnect randomly. And so I thought it was the AirPods. So Erica got me Beats and had the same issue. New phone, so it's been different phones, different head. It doesn't matter. It's just conceptually wireless uh, earbuds are a great concept. They fail all the time. It's just it's terrible. David Coslin, good morning. Dylan Horn, morning, Matt. Do you think Beloso gets a start? Dylan, I do. We were talking about this last night on Scone and T. Especially considering Tennessee is going to start 3 righties, I want to load lefties into the lineup, which means if I have to, I'll put, because I want Pearson in my lineup. So I would probably put Morgan in left, Pearson in right, Beloso at first, and I'd DH Joe Bear. That's what I would do. Now, you could have Joe Bear and Pearson as your outfielders, Morgan at first, DH Beloso. That's an option as well. But yes, I want Beloso in the lineup. I want another left-handed bat in the lineup, yes. Especially considering he's hitting 538 or whatever it is. Truax, what's good? Jeff McKithen, Kerry Hughes, good morning. Said my friend drove from Birmingham to see Crystal this week. She's the best, but you already know this. In fact, yes, that's great to know. She's awesome, man. Stephen Miller, good morning. Let's go. What a day. Opening day for MLB, LSU, Tennessee. Going to be awesome, man. I'm fired up for it. What a weekend, y'all. We get LSU, Tennessee this weekend. The women's basketball team's playing in the women's Final Four tomorrow. We got opening day of Major League Baseball. The Pels are on the floor tonight against Denver, playing the 1 seed right now, the team with the best record in the West. What a weekend, man. Fired up for it. I might go grab me some crawfish or something like that and just enjoy a night. Sit outside in the outdoor kitchen and eat some crawfish, have a few pops, and watch Skeens beat Dolander. Let's see, Bubba Tatum, opening day for the Astros to start another World Series run. The Tigers versus the Vols. Headed to Rays Tigers. Okay, Bubba. All right. So Gordy was asking if I could sing a Creed song. So that's in reference to the fact that at the Guarantee Leadership retreat that we were on the last night we were there, we were sitting outside in the little fire pit, and Flynn Foster, our president and CEO, is a big bluegrass fan. Read the room a little bit and started playing like 90s rock, and I think I started singing along with Creed songs or something. It was like, can you take me higher? Something like that. So everybody's doing their own Scott Stapp voice. Marquise Robinson, what's up with Kayshawn not running at Pro Day? That, he might just not have been healthy. And if you ran a 4.7 at the combine and you weren't healthy or in shape and ready to go run a better time, then why go solidify that time? I don't know. I would have loved to have seen him improve from combine to Pro Day and run a 4.48 or something like 4.5. But this dude's cost himself a lot of money, man. Brant Roban, good morning. Landed in Dallas. Sure, Trey Moore. Landed in Dallas, headed to BR. That's right. Brant's coming in from Knoxville for the series. Sure, Trey Morgan and others haven't forgotten how they were treated last time in Knoxville. Maybe use that as fuel for this weekend. Maybe Brant, but I don't think they need that as fuel, bro. I mean, just looking at the challenge you have with Tennessee, between the white lines is enough to get your attention. But whatever you need, I think it's going to be an awesome atmosphere. I'm a little jealous of everybody who gets to go to. I'm not going to be there this weekend, but I'm a little jealous of everybody who gets to go. Tomorrow I'll be at Hogs for the Cause down in New Orleans. We'll do AFR from Hogs for the Cause, and then you'll be driving back. So anyway, jealous of y'all if you get to go and be in that number, man. Enjoy it. Trey Potan, good morning. This weekend's matchup might have some close games. We shall see if the bullpen pitches well. Darren Reeves, Tony Cortello, LOL, Vlade Moscona, Vlade. Quentin Breakbill, good morning. Where are we? Man, sorry. Patrick Berglass, good morning. Tyler Alexander, good morning, brah. What's going on? Courtney Storer,
Robbie White, good morning, Matt. My daughter snoring at the first pitch Saturday for Autism Awareness Day. That's fantastic, dude. What a thrill. How old is she, Robbie? That's pretty awesome, man. What a thrill. Y'all enjoy that, man. Stephen Miller, don't forget the yearly bet with Matt Chiwilli, Pinstripes and the Cubbies. So, Stephen, he sent it to me yesterday, and I need to check him because the numbers he sent me had Cubs at 74.5, Yankees at, no, I'm sorry, Cubs at 76.5, Yankees at 95.5. But then I looked at DraftKings and Cubs were at 77.5. So I want to make sure that we have this as close to accurate as possible. For those who don't know, that's our annual bourbon bet that Mac Chiwilli from Traction and I have. We look at the preseason win totals, and then you give it's basically you look at the difference. So like he'll have the Cubs plus 19 games. So the Yankees have to be better than 19 games better than the Cubs this year. If they do, the Mac's got to buy me an expensive bottle of whiskey. If they're not, and the Cubs are within that 19 games, then I have to buy him a very expensive bottle of. Usually he likes tequila better than whiskey. Like last time I bought him Clase Azul, but anyway. But yes, the bet has been set. Bubba Tatum, let's see, wireless headphones are great for music or passive listening to a conference call, but they suck for phone calls. And apparently for this as well. Mark Lacey, good morning. Hope you're doing great. Bubba Smith, Blake DeVilliers, Devin Johnson, good morning. I said, good morning, Matt. It's been a minute. I miss football, LOL. Spring football, LSU back on the practice field today. We'll have a report for you. Let's see. Roy Lassane, nothing on GameCoin. Actually, Roy had an hour-long convo yesterday with David and Hunter from X Design, who's a big part of the marketing team as well. And you will have an statement announcement this week, maybe today. Certainly, if not today, it'll be tomorrow. But might be today. It's really just whenever they put it out there. But something really exciting to announce that that I hope you like. And not only just an announcement, but you're going to start to see, I mean, I'll leak this. You're going to start to see parts of the platform visually too. We're going to start like showing parts of the platform and some of the functionality and stuff like that as well. So like, I know we've been saying it for a long time, but it's close. It looks great. The excitement's like some of our ambassador athletes. Demario Davis has been awesome. Jenny Finch has been awesome. Leonard Fournette's been awesome. Like they're all in and ready to roll at launch. So it's exciting because like it's manifesting, right? Like you can see the platform, the functionality, doing what it's supposed to be doing. Developers had some ideas to build on top of what the previous ideas were, which is part of the reason, honestly, why it's taken as long as it has. But it's a meticulous, painstaking process. But it looks great. It looks great. Bob Poole, Michael Richard, good morning from the Best Bank. Jeremy Sagely, good morning. Earl, good morning. Let's see, jump back over here to YouTube. Y'all do me a favor, smash that like button, 75 watching live if you would. Smash the like button, subscribe up to the channel if you haven't done so yet. Facebook, please like the page, share the post. Jason's going to catch the Yankees Cubs in July. Okay. Hunter Broadhead, good morning. Cardinals are winning the World Series. Calling it now. Okay. Kyle Milliken, good morning. Coming down for the game Saturday. Hopefully see the sweep. Do you anticipate any of the game times being moved because of weather? No, Kyle, I mean, I looked at the forecast last night. It looks awesome this weekend. I mean, you're talking like upper 70s, low 80s for your highs, low mid 60s for your lows. Like, it looks like it's going to be a beautiful weekend, man. Sunny, no rain in the forecast. So, knock on wood, hope it holds, and hoping for an awesome weather weekend for sure. Dalton Barnett, which is solid whiskey. I turned 24 today. All right, Dalton. Happy birthday to you. Happy 24th. I would not recommend spending much on a bottle, especially if you're not, you know, aware of, familiar with. If you don't know what you like, then don't go spend a lot of money. So if you want to go buy a bottle that's, you know, a good affordable bottle, go buy whoops um, Old Elk is always a good choice. Four Roses Single Barrel is a good choice, right around the $50 price point. You know, for a bottle, if you want to spend that much. You could go buy Elijah Craig Small Batch for $27, and it's fantastic. Weston Weaver, Trivia Carter, good morning, Reed Rule, go Cubs go. My hot take is neither pitcher gets past the sixth. Both team offenses are fired up, only hearing about the pitchers. But you know what, Reed? I'll say this, like, even if you get through the sixth, that's, against these lineups, is a heck of an accomplishment. So, I don't know that that's a giant stretch, actually. Now, if you're saying they won't get to the six, meaning neither gets through five, I would probably disagree with that. But anyway, let's see. Austin Kidder, Matt can sing a Creed song, and then I'll get him to finally admit Rush is the GOAT of progressive rock. Yeah, no, Rush sucks, Austin. They're a terrible band. Every song sounds the same. The synthesized stuff sucks. They're bad. Eric Waterrotter, that's a long-standing bit. Not really bit. I mean, I believe that. I hate the band Rush. But Austin likes them very much. And so he messages me about Rush whenever it comes up. Not Gordy Rush, the band Rush. Eric Waterrotter, good morning. Not trying to hate on the guy, but how he left the team and now not even trying to improve on a 4.540 seems like massive red flags for Keyshawn. So there's also the flip side of that, which is coming off an awful injury a year ago. He could have, and a coaching change, he could have transferred. He could have opted out. He wanted to be an LSU Tiger, which is why he stayed. Alabama was heavy after him. But for Keyshawn, he being from Louisiana, it mattered to him to be in the Jamar, Jarvis, Odell, Louisiana receivers conversation playing at LSU. Like, that mattered to him. Wearing number 7 mattered to him. So LSU fans are pretty good at times of dumping on their own. And I'm just never going to be that guy. I'm not trying to be too critical of you there, Eric. But and I know what you're saying. But there are certainly red flags with Keyshawn, but I think more than anything, it's not that the guy doesn't want to compete. I mean, he was a really good teammate last year, even when the balls weren't coming his way. When guys would score, go look at who the first one to celebrate with him. It was Keyshawn. I mean, anyway, I think if you've convinced yourself that he's a bad teammate, he's disengaged, bad body language, and anytime you see anything like that, it's like, you see, and then you ignore all the good stuff. I'm not saying you specifically, Eric, just the plural, like plural you. We, collectively, people. But I think Keyshawn's a great player and a great competitor. I don't believe he's healthy. I think it was just evident he wasn't as explosive and he was overweight, and it affected him last year. That's my opinion of the matter. So we'll see, man. Ronnie Duga, what's going on? Barry Joslin, go women's basketball tomorrow. Just watch the Mulkey interview post Elite 8. She's one of a kind. Let's see. Ronnie Duga, what's the Scone and Tea? Haven't listened. So that is a podcast that T-Bob and I do every Wednesday, 7 o'clock Central, from Oliver Twist on Perkins Road in Baton Rouge, and streaming on the Watch 104.5 ESPN YouTube channel. So you're always welcome to come join us at Oliver Twist. Usually good time. T-Bob walks in at 6:58, so you're not going to see him before the show. But we do like to hang out after the show for a little bit, maybe have a beer and talk to whoever comes to see the show and listen. So y'all come out. Bailey C., I feel like I'll be 90 when the Pels have actually won a title. and don't just flirt with the playoffs. Never know when they can break through, man. Milwaukee finally got Giannis and broke through. Uh, Toronto with Kawhi and that crew broke through. Um, Dallas broke through with Dirk back in 2011. I mean, it happens. It happens. Let's see. Brian Wynn, does that make them bad beats? Bad beats, yes. Bad beats. Got it. Patrick Ramos, on a scale of 1 to 10, how pissed were you last night at Musso? You got to understand, man. Like, I am a super meticulous person. Like, I get that I have and hold a higher standard than a lot of people. And it's not saying it's good or bad. It's just me. It's just my nature. So, like, I mean, we were off for 15 minutes. And, yeah, I mean, I was upset last night. I was. I didn't blow a gasket, but yes, I was upset. But that's just, hey, we have to, like, now that's on me. Like, I'm the program director of the station. We have to have protocols for remotes and for what producers do on remotes to make sure that doesn't happen. So anyway. But Musso's great, dude. He does a great job. He works his behind off too. He does so much. So I'm not like livid or anything, but yeah, I mean, like, to be off air for 15 minutes, so that sucked. You're there at a client's establishment. It's embarrassing as well. So anyway, but they're great guys, so it's all good. Leon Williams, morning Matt, why do you like Stetson Bennett? Just curious. I think Stetson Bennett has the potential to be an amazing story. But for it to be an amazing story, there has to be a degree of humility. For Stetson Bennett, you're talking about a guy that is 25 years old, surrounded by basically an NFL team, and he thinks he's the reason they won. When in actuality, I could make an argument that 20 major college quarterbacks last year won a national championship with that Georgia team. So that's why. I think he's immature. He's not that good. Credit to him for going through the adversity he did, and when he got his opportunity, played well. But I think he is a no talent who is going to get humbled in the NFL. Lou, the pitching matchup tonight is the best since Nola faced the guy from Oklahoma in the Suppers years back. You're talking about Jonathan Gray, the Supers, yes. But we've talked about that for several weeks, actually probably since the beginning of the season. Yeah, the Nola Gray matchup. We mentioned Renato Pomeranz in 2010 was massively hyped. Didn't live up to it, though. Lang Faedo at Florida in 2017. That was a 1-0 game. There's been a few, but yes, Nola Gray was the one. Let's see. Barry sitting on a plane in Houston. Scone's coming. All right, Barry. Thanks for watching. Alex Day. Good to see. Met Alex last night. He came out to Scone and Tea. Alex is in town for the weekend. So I think Alex told me you live in Austin, right? Alex lives in Austin, but came in town for the series. Actually, was here last weekend for the series. Stayed all week and is now going to this series as well. So enjoyed, Alex. Great to meet you last night, man. Thanks for coming out. Let's see. Austin 09 team lost the series at home to unranked Tennessee. This year's team has been more dominant so far. Tommy Howard, when you set up your new phone, did you copy over from your old phone? If so, try wiping your phone and setting it from scratch. Your issue could be a bug in your iOS. Wiping your phone could fix it. So if I wipe my phone, Tommy, do I lose like all my apps, my pictures, everything? I don't want to do that. Randall Alfrecht, Matt, LSU football has 3 national titles. Baseball has 6. Somehow they're known as a football school. Yeah, because people care more about football. You put 100,000 people in a football stadium, you put 10,000 in a baseball stadium. People care more about football. It's more about, where the emphasis and the attention is. When people think of LSU, they're going to think of Tiger Stadium and tailgating and Billy Cannon's run and now Joe Burrow and all that stuff. college baseball is still a niche sport. It's weird that college baseball has been so central to our culture here for 30 years, 35 years, but nationally, it's still in its infancy as far as popularity. So that's kind of the difference. Micah, you're down wrong on Rush. No, I'm not. It's my opinion. And I think Rush stinks. They're synthesized. All their songs sound the same. To me, they have an annoying sound, and I don't like them at all. What do you got to say about Tom Sawyer? I don't like Tom Sawyer. I think it's a crappy song. It's the vocals are annoying, and the synthesized crap sucks. I don't like it. Let's see. Oh, Ronnie said, what was the issue? Last night on Scone T, I don't know what the issue was. The feed dropped 30 minutes into the show. So I don't know why it dropped. It dropped, and we didn't notice it for 15 minutes. Asha Chasson, please wear better fitting shirts. This doesn't fit. It's task. It's an XL task. This doesn't fit me? Like, what does a better fitting shirt look like? It's kind of a weird criticism. But okay, whatever. Ryan, you got no school this morning. Got to take Drew to the, we're going to see Dr. Brad Collada at Brock, the pediatric orthopedist. So Drew has kind of been having trouble walking the past couple of weeks. And we think it's related to the seizures he was having and his medicine adjustment. But want to take him to the orthopedist just to make sure, because he can't tell us. Like, he can't tell us what hurts on his leg or something, And so we could try to I can try to touch his knee or his foot to see if he jolts or anything like that. But anyway, but I'd rather have Brad Collada look at it, who's the best pediatric orthopedist in town. Patrick, you should watch the movie I Love You, Man. Two guys bro it out over Rush. Probably won't watch that. Reed will wear a tank top like McAfee. All right. Bob Poole, good morning. Any more? Earl, Matt, I know I'm looking ahead, but how much rope would you give Hurt on Saturday? That's a tough question, Earl. I mean, until you know how the game is going, I don't know what you mean. Like, if a couple of guys get on base in the first, am I getting the bullpen going? No, it also depends on what happens in the series, right? Like, does Skeens throw a complete game no-hitter tonight, or a complete game shutout tonight? And if so, and I got my entire bullpen ready, then yeah, I can have a shorter leash. But it kind of depends on the circumstance. Matt, is Mason Smith back on track health-wise? He is. He's doing non-contact stuff this spring, and he's on track to be ready to go for fall. Bubba, amazes me people in Florida don't follow college baseball. So many good programs in the state, but nobody cares. There's a lot to do. A lot of different schools, a lot of different allegiances. Sometimes I think LSU fans don't, and it's no fault of LSU fans. It's just we don't realize how different it is here because of what Skip created 35 years ago. It's just a very different reality here than anywhere else. Glenn Laurie, good morning. Chase Pellegrin, good morning. Go Tigers and go Red Sox. We get out of here with that, bro. We get out of here with that, dog. Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I want to be a part of it. New York, New York. These little town blues are melting away. Right through the very heart of it. In old New York. If I can make it there, I'm gonna make it. Anywhere, it's up to you. New York, New York. Ooh, too early for that. What about Nickelback? Look at this photograph. Every time I do it makes me laugh. How did our eyes get so red? What the hell is on Joey's head? All right, y'all, I think we're done. I'm going to go get on the Peloton, get Drew up, and get him to the doctor. Y'all have an awesome day. Thanks so much for watching. Go Tigers. Excited about excited about LSU Tennessee. Excited to get this thing rolling. YouTube, smash the like button, subscribe up to the channel. Facebook, please like the page, share the post, and we'll see y'all for AFR 3. Peace. Deuces, bruh.